Hey everybody, today's video is about the Start button and the Start menu in the new version of Windows 11. I have to tell you right out of the gate, I love the new design of the Start button and Start menu. So we're going to get into it and demystify it a little for you and let you see that it is probably the most significant improvement in the Start menu in a Windows version, well, forever. First thing you'll notice is that the Start button is not in its old familiar Windows 10 spot on the left. But if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll tell you how to get it back into more familiar territory. First, let's get the lay of the land. Click on the Start button, and that will open up the Start menu. There are four main areas on the Start menu to consider. The first one is search. You can search for apps, settings, documents. The next section is pinned. Those are items that you have either pinned to the Start menu or Microsoft has decided they should be. You can scroll down to see if you have more pinned items in the Start menu, or you can look at all of the options. Now we'll come back and tell you how to move these into the pinned area or take them out of the pinned area a little bit later. The next section is the recommended section. And these are things that are based on your use of your computer and the software. If you click on more, there'll be more recommended suggestions. The next section is the login area. You're already logged in. And the power section, which you're probably used to seeing it over on the far left-hand side. But this is where you do your lock and sleep and restart and shut down. So let's get ready to do some things with the Start menu to make it your own. Let's cover the details of the Start menu section by section. We're going to get to the search bar to start with. We can search for apps, settings, and documents. And the first time you click in the search bar, you're going to get some suggestions of things that you may or may not want to search for. In this case, I don't want to search for any of that. I want to look for a document that I recently created, but I can't remember where I put it. So I'm going to type in the name of that document. There it is. If I click on that, it will open up in Word and I'm off to the races. Pretty handy. So let's back up. Now let's search for an app. If it's installed on your computer, if it's part of Windows, it will come up as an app and you can open it from there, and later you can pin it to the Start. You can also search settings, like if you want to get into display settings and do it quickly, you can do it right here. So you'll see the item for display settings. In a nutshell, that's how the search bar works in the Start menu. The next section of the Start menu we'll explore is the pinned section. You can pin documents there, you can pin apps there, you can pin websites there. I mainly use it for quick access to my apps. So you can see as you look at this menu that most of the applications that I use typically are already pinned in this area. You can arrange this any particular way that you want. Now on this section, there is a drop down where you can add additional pinned items right here. And it goes to another page. Now I would strongly recommend that you try to keep it to one page because sometimes you can forget that you have pinned apps on that second page. The other thing that you can do is you can check out the entire list of items that you have installed on your computer by going to All. This is arranged alphabetically. Anything that's in this list can be pinned to the Start with a right click and adding it as a pinned item. You can also remove these by right-clicking and unpinning from Start. They don't go away though. They go right into that All space, and you can get them back in the Start menu just as quickly as that. If you right-click and tell it to pin to Start. So when you go back there, you're not going to see it in its same place anymore. It's going to add on to the end. But don't worry. You can move these wherever you want on that Start menu. Just click and drag. Make sure you have it firmly in a blank space before you drop it. Otherwise, it's going to revert back to that second page. And that's really about it for the pinned section. If you want to put documents and websites there, you certainly can, and we'll do a video at another time on exactly how you can do that, or it's easy enough to find that information on the web. Next, we'll take a look at the recommended section. This is going to be short and sweet because I basically only use it for one thing, and that is to quickly get to files and documents that I've created recently. And as you can see, there's a couple of recordings in there, but it also gets junked up with stuff I don't want to see. So if I go to more, it's going to give me a full list. And you'll see some of the documents that I've created in there, but you'll see other junk that is also in there. You can get rid of that. If you go to the ones you want to eliminate, right-click, tell it to remove it from the list, you can start clearing up your recommended list. I think I might leave the Get Started one, but Forge of Empires, Sticky Notes, It's more important for me to be able to look at this list and see things that I've recently opened across different application platforms. So that's what I use recommended for. In my online classes, I've had a lot of people asking, where the heck is the power button? Well, it's still in the Start menu, but because the Start menu is not where it used to be, and it doesn't look like it used to, it's easy to miss. But if you go down to the lower right-hand corner of the Start menu, you will see that familiar power button. Hover over it, and you will see, hey, look at that, power. And if you click on it, you'll see the good old options that you used to have: lock, sleep, shut down, and restart. So there it is. At the beginning of this video, I told you I'd tell you how to move the Start button back to its old place. Click anywhere in the taskbar, right-click, select Taskbar Settings, select Taskbar Behaviors, click the drop-down, select Left, and there you are, right back where you like it, where it always was before. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. Stay tuned for the next in our Simple Windows 11 series, which will cover the Windows 11 desktop. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate all of you so much. Have a great day.